back to straight. And that should be the immediate response. He should immediately flex and keep moving, but he also should kind of thank you in a way for having the contact, because the contact is the rebalancer. Hind end makes the energy, horse flows forward through the fork of your thighs, from knee to crotch to knee. Your lower leg keeps that oomph coming, and you push him through, and he touches your hand. And at the point that he touches your hand, you should get that flowing toward the hand feeling, and the energy recycles through his abdominal muscles that are lifting and back to his hind legs. So you're like a big soccer ball rolling along, and you keep that soccer ball just a hair in front of your seat so that it rolls down the reins, through his pole, into his jaw. He's flexible and it recycles, and down it goes. So shorten the rein just a hair more, and then and hold your stomach muscles, because he's not allowed to have that opinion. So that was just, oh, that was nice, Phoebe. Now give me the reins back. And you say, no, excuse me, but I took them up. So if you bang against them, you will bump into my stomach muscle. Leg, and he keeps the swinging. Now you start to look right, and right shoulder back, and right leg reminds him. And so he already knows that you're going right. All about prepping, planning ahead so that the horse doesn't feel you're playing chicken with the wall, or another horse, or a jump, or the trotting poles, whatever, but that you are actually telling the horse where you want him to go. And then a tiny bit shorter in the reins with your stomach muscles holding, and forward to the trot rising long and low when you're ready. And we've talked about what we get from Val, and pretty much what you have now at the walk is what you'll get at the trot. That's the goal with Val now as an end goal. That's his warm-up. So you want to start feeling that on Val sooner and sooner, so that it is not her thing for the day, but her warm-up. And in the videos that I've seen, she does reach toward the bridle now, and she is being a good girl. It's just that when she touches the rein and she stretches down to it, everybody lets go of it. So there's no consistency or quality of contact. So forward to the trot rising. Let's let the old man warm up a little bit. Good. So forward, right off the bat. Yup. Rhythmic, right off the bat. Yup. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you pick the tempo of that rhythm. So there you lean forward. Slightest differential of balance. Your thigh closes. Mr. Pista slams on the brakes because he's no fool, and he will let you get away with nothing. So the chest stays up. Shoulders stay back over the hips. Hips jump up to meet the hand. Up, up, up. And the upbeat, that's the important part, not the time when your bum's in the saddle. Now, just like you did when he was stretching to your hand at the walk, flex him a little in each direction and see if you can get him to let you feel which side is a little stiffer. So he's a horse that's definitely in front of your seat and leg already. You just have to make sure that you don't alter your thigh or your knee or your balance by falling forward, or he will let me know about it immediately by slamming on the brakes. Good. Little flexion left, little flexion right, multitasking. So your elbows are like the donuts on a side rein. Flexible, but not too flexible. Atta girl. Lower leg kind of touches under his tummy and lifts him up. Ooh, that wasn't you. That was him making a face at the mare. That's a new one. You must have it. And a little left flexion at the pole. Good. And a little right. Which side's stiffer?
His left?
You got it. So now you know that if the left jaw is a little stiffer, there's probably a reason. Could be his neck. Could be that his left shoulder tends to stick out. Could be that he's got a left hind limb lameness issue. But I don't see any lameness, and I don't think you feel any. He still has a boing to the ounce there, a little boing, boing with the upbeat. The higher you let him throw you, and the longer you stay out of the saddle, the more lift you will get to his back. So as you're warming him up, let's try a couple of those, changing the posting diagonal with a standing twice, an up. Very good. Feel his back come up. That's it. And so he's reaching into your hand. So let's start to take the rein up a little bit. Keep your chest lifted between your upper arms. Good. So now you have a little bit more contact. He's still to stretch to it, but that will put him on the bit in a rounder outline. So again, little flexion left, little flexion right. Make sure he's level and straight, you're level and straight. And when you're on the side that has the better mirrors, use them. So you can make sure that your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your feet, everything matches.
Belly up. Belly up. Drop. Belly up.
Getting it back. She's getting it. Then she paces a little. Good. And a little bit shorter still. Feel that lower leg. Stay against his side. Doesn't have to pump, 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 but it does have to stay there as your ballast of support and his security blanket of the fact that yes, the rider's there, the rider has their leg against his side, passive. Good. Go ahead and shorten the rein a little more with your body up and your chest up, elbows relaxed by your side. And once again, little flexion left, little flexion right. And when I look in the mirror, I'm seeing that your right stirrup might be a hair. The shoulder has come off the wool. So it's his neck. Is that what you just said?
No, I thought you said something about that.
Change direction.
Okay.
So that we can determine what's stiff on that left side. And then correcting the flexion. Hey, Zachy.
The sign on the board where it says like, I just want to make sure that I understand it, but the background is later, so it's even turn and turn back.
The stiff thing is on the left. Is it his jaw? Is it his neck? Is it his shoulders?
It's alright if I start in
The width of the arena, which would be 10 meters, and see if you can get a little bend from him. Both hands to the left. back to the Cody steering tray thing. That's fine. Both hands to the left because the inside rein brings the nose and the first two vertebrae to the left, and the outside rein brings the rest of the forehand of the horse to the left. Now make that circle even smaller. And is he now bending better for you? I would ask more of him. Even at his age, at his level, he should be able to make a circle half the width of this ring. Not a girl. And if he falls in, then you make sure that your body weight doesn't and that you push him out. Good. And now yield to the rail as you go through the corner and shorten the rein a little more. And shorten up. Don't lean forward when you pick it up or he'll fall forward and stop. Now get your trot a little bigger. You'll touch with the left leg. Come. Good. So now the left hind swang. Is that a word? Swang underneath him and he stepped up into the rein. So you have to think of your legs as the question askers. They say, hey Huey, can I have more hind end? I'll put both legs on you. Up under the horse. That's what we train them to do. So now let's make a serpentine of 3 loops with square turns. So I'm going to give it its own name and call it a squarentine. And turn. So a serpentine is basically rail to rail, however many loops you want, and you try to get them to match. So you're making a diagonal line across the ring. A serpentine, by definition, center line with a straight line. So you should be aiming at B, not P. And now you're not touching the rail. So because she knows, whoa, nice leg yield there. Because she knows what a serpentine is, she's trying to stay out of the way, but you're not. So on the rail, all the way, and turn. Straight across, not a diagonal line, straight. So look at me. There, now turn. I get wrong though, there's no. So you would be right so out of the way in that hole. And then you would turn. Your middle of the middle loop would touch B, and you keep turning. Okay, got that. Toward the contact. She is in front of you and Liz's legs, but she is not in the contact because both of you are throwing her away. Feel the horse's mouth. Take responsibility for keeping a consistent contact with the mouth. This horse is used to being on the bit. Yield to the rail. Sorry, told you too late. Now, yield out. Leg yield. Left leg. Push him out. There you go. That balances him and puts him up into the ring. Do you have movement in your ring? Yeah, so they're not firm enough. So either you need more leg, pushing him into it, or you need to bend your elbows, close your fingers, and hang on. So now, flex him left. And I hate to be one that says, pull on the rein. But if you don't make contact, then you're just constantly throwing the horse away. So all the work you're doing in getting the horse to make energy just flows out his nose. Straight ahead. Forward. Straight ahead. Ooh, she's slow on the... Straight ahead. Big trot. Up. Animate this horse. This horse can take the contact. Shorten the rein again, but lean back when you do it. When you're ready, transition sitting. Stay lifted, stay active in your seat. Very good. Elbows bent. Your seat moves, your hands do not. And your boobs don't even bounce if you hold yourself up. Good. And the circle again, fairly small. Leg yields out of the circle. Bend him. Bend him. Leg yields out. He's falling in. You feel it?
Yeah.
So make sure your left shoulder comes back and your left sit bone goes down and he moves off. Get your knee off him. He moves off your left ankle. Good. Yield again. That's better. Did you see the shoulder in?
Mm-hmm.
He wondered what he was being asked to do. Step out, step out, step out. There you go. Now you have the horse stepping toward the rein. When you were yielding on the long side there, he actually did shoulder in for 3 steps. He said, hey, Phoebes, what are you asking me to do? So there's your shoulder in again. Because he is trained to do the movements and he wonders what you're doing, he thinks that might be it. Get your thigh and knee off him. Let them gape. Gape. Don't even touch the saddle. There you go. You feel him just come into your hand?
Yeah.
So you allowed him through. Horse understands. Very good idea. So now, on the next long side, give me your version of what you think shoulder in should be. Very nice. You could have a little bit more angle, and that would have to come from more left leg. Very good there at the end when he took your hand. Straight into the corner, go for Joyce's toes. And turn your torso, shoulder in. Left hind, a little more angle. Tap him. And once again, so you're going to trick yourself. You're going to say, we're changing direction across the diagonal. Start the turn. And then go, oh, change my mind, up, change my mind, go straight. There's your shoulder in, okay? That much angle. So that's more like tricking your body into using the aids that you're used to using when you would change direction to put him in the shoulder in. And catch, catch, catch with the left leg. Bump, tap with the whip. Tap, put him back in, shoulder in. So now, don't actually use the turn across the diagonal. Just think the turn to get your shoulder in angle. Little more. Bump him with the left ankle. Good, good, good. Right elbow bends and receives the energy and straighten. Super. Rising trot. Change right across the diagonal. Change direction, fly, go, up, 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 up. Now you have a little more animated trot. Elbows, elbows. Feel the rein. Let me see you flex him left and right. Keep the contact. Nice right, nice left. Now, is that flexion or bend? It was supposed to be. The right one was flexion. The left one was bend. So flexion is just the pole. Not a girl. The other side. Not a girl. So it's that subtle. And what did it gain you? He flexed. He said, okay, I did a little left, I did a little right. She suppled me. Now I flexed my chin toward my chest because that's what I'm trained to do. Elbows bending, chest comes up, active sitting. On the next long side, your version of shoulder in. Right leg on the girth, right shoulder back, both hands to the right. Push with your left rein. So if I said to you, do you have enough angle compared to what? Yeah, you needed more angle. Allow movement under and through. So now think about that same thing. I'm going to change direction across the diagonal. Oh, no, I'm not. There's your shoulder in. Left rein supports him, keeps him balanced on the outside. So make sure that you push him into shoulder in, that you do not pull him into shoulder in. Bump, bump with the right leg, bump, bump with the right leg. You got a little lazy there. He said, well, I'll just kind of fall off the rail. Let's check the left knee. Push. Atta girl, push with that left hand more. There's the angle. And then make sure that you are the one that straightens at the end. He has been trained that he does not straighten by himself until you ask him. So patently by yourself, return his forehand to the rail. Yep. And even though he came off the rail, I liked the straightening. And he understood what you meant. So that is a good thing. Now he's in the bridle. Keep the elbows bent. Good. Fell forward. All it takes 2 inches of freedom. Give nothing but nothing.
Good trainer.
Such a good boy. Oh, he loves to teach people things. He's so fun. Nice and tall. Your ribs come up between bent elbows. Super. So now, if you wanted to ride leg yield nose to the wall, let's make a half circle and come back to the rail. And when your nose touches the rail and you are at an angle, use your right leg and leg yield down the wall. Leg yield, nose to the wall. Keep him straight. Right leg, right leg, right leg. Don't kill my horse. Right leg, right leg. Get your trot back. The other way you can get into it is to turn and cut off the corner and then be positioned correctly. So you got to figure out where you're going and how you're going to present it to the horse. So you're leg yielding off your right leg. Bend your elbows, his neck's too long. Turn his chest to the wall. So come right here.
And heel. Both toes. One end to the head.
Thumb on the wall, sit on your tuchus. Move up. There's leg yield nose to the wall. What's the difference between that and shoulder in right? What's the difference between what you're doing right now, leg yield nose to the wall, and shoulder in right? Okay, I'm asking Joyce now. The outside front, he was at 4 tracks. So he was a straight horse, moving forward and sideways. So see if you can get that at the trot now. You're going to have to sit way back. You're going to have to be strong with that right leg. Lift, turn, cut off the ring, arrive right how we were. Sitting will be easier. Super. Hands to the right. Right leg. Leg, leg, leg. There's your connection into the bridle. Slowly straighten and don't throw him away. Elbows. Hold his mouth. I'd still like to see him rounder. So shorten up. Make his neck rounder with your lower leg. Good. And one more time. Leg yield nose to the wall. Cut it off. And catch. Right leg. Right leg. Nice and straight. Right elbow. Where's your body weight gonna go? A little bit left. Because that's the direction of his haunches. So this engages the butt and brings his butt underneath him and pushes him into your hands. If you kept going right now, it would be a turn on the forehand, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you're gonna do now. And you can do it at the gate because then his face won't smash the wall. Stretch up, half turn on haunches. Bump, bump. Up. So why does he think he's supposed to rein back? What'd you take off him? The seat. Tap. And T-rot, Hughie. Don't throw him away. Elbows, reins short, flexing, feeling, contact. Super trot here. Feel how he gets a little bit more boingy and balanced? Elbows. I'm going to tie him to your sides. Stay up, stay up, stay up, steer, stay up, square corner, steer. There's a lot of power there. All you have to do is suck in your belly button and he will stop. Yep. So there's his trot. Now, show me your version of a half halt. I will take that. Very good. Little supple left, little supple right. That was a mirror move. You looked in the mirror and it blocked him because you weren't saying where to go. He's like, I'm not going into the mirror. See how much more it acted on him?
Yeah.
Because all of the oomph coming from the hind end goes into those outside balancing aids. So a couple his whole life, since he was 6, on the bit, they expect to be on the bit. They would rather be balanced. So think about your half halt, and as you make a square turn near the end here, pick up the canter from the wall. He wants the thumb up, the elbow bent, and canter. Excellent. Hold. Hold those outside aids. Steer with those outside aids. That is the state of balance. Aids. Come across the diagonal. Sharp. Hold. You don't give to make them lengthen. You hold more. Now you soften in your half halt to bring back the rhythm. So you are the one that must change the rhythm in your seat. So make it little, little, littler, littler. That's right. Elegance, lift. And after you pass the trotting poles, lengthen stride across the diagonal. Little, little, little. Push, hold. Big, 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 big. And you'll see in the video that he reaches toward the rein and you go, bleh. It looks like he's throwing up. He just goes into the, you have to support when he asks for support. And the feeling of the half halt can be all the time. So show me another half halt, which is a rebalancing effort. That's exactly correct. He went back on his bum. Keep him on his back, him balancing toward the outside rein. Is he still straight to the left?
Now he is.
Yep. Now he is. Whoopsie chalk. Next too long. Turns the canter. Now, unstart. Whoops, he lost your bend. Up, bring it up, bring it back, bring it up. Turn, super. Now just lift and he will TROT. Yep. Would warm him up. There's no down there. The hind legs churning. A lot of energy, especially for an old goat. Good. And can you flex him down there and keep that feeling of the contact? Good. Now just think in your brain about the walk. Think in your brain. Can teach you is the fine tuning. That you take the rein and you create a supple, elastic contact so that Val can say, oh, you're helping me, you're balancing me, I am now hind leg to hand or rider hip to hand. But I'm balanced, and now I'm able to walk, trot, canter, to go sideways, to stop on a dime, and hopefully to go forward as well, and to keep that stretching. This horse's neck and back is so short, and he was so mentally screwed up when I got him. I actually taught him to stretch on the lunge with piles